there is definitely one person that the Bible believers should be able to prove existed. And I'm talking about a proof of existence that goes beyond literary works, goes beyond historical literary works, that archaeologically you should be able to prove that this person actually existed beyond a shadow of a doubt. And that is because we have mummies that we find all over Egypt and in other parts of the world, in China, places of that nature. Why is it that we are missing one of the few characters in the Bible who we were told, according to this story, was mummified? Who we were told, according to this story, was in Egypt. Who we were told in this story, his sons brought him and buried him in the Levant. Who is this that I'm talking about? Well, I'm talking about Joseph. Joseph in his technicolor jacket. According to this story, Joseph was mummified, and according to this story, Joseph was brought back to Canaan, which is the Levant area. And he was buried in the same cave that Abraham, Sarah, Bilhah were all buried in. Jacob supposedly was buried in Machpelah, land that was purchased by Muhammad from, I believe, a Hittite. Yet, throughout all the mountain ranges of the Levant, which is a very small area, and when you really look at the scope of it in comparison to other places in the world, it's a very small area. But yet, they claim to not know where Machpelah is. They claim to have never found this cave of Abraham. Now, there's a cave that they claim is the cave. But yet, if it was the cave, where's the mummified body? Where's the bones of Abraham, the bones of Sarah, the bones of Bilhah? Where is the mummy of Joseph in those caves? You see, it's quite interesting that we can consistently find the bones and the mummies of different kings and queens who existed throughout Egypt, the Levant, all the way out to China, some places up in Europe, and some areas all across the Sahara Desert. We can find mummies in the middle, in Central America, North America, Mexico, but we seem not to be able to find any of the mummies of these people in the Bible. And I'm always looking for proof, but yet no one can provide it. Christians always claim that there is proof, yet none have ever provided it. Oh, sure. Good old Ron Wyatt, a man who had a bachelor's degree in nursing, which would never allow him to be able to get a permission to do a dig in Israel, because you at least have to have a bachelor's in archaeology to do a dig in Israel. A man who have made so many claims, and yet every one of his claims have been debunked, and yet people still follow and believe in the teachings of this Ron Wyatt gentleman. But Ron Wyatt is not even he's not an archaeologist. So we're just going to go ahead and discount everything Ron Wyatt said. They have found no chariot wheels in the Red Sea. They have found no blood of Jesus. They have not found anything that Ron Wyatt claims that they have found. Everything he has said has been debunked completely. So there is zero proof of the overwhelming majority of anybody in the Bible as far as hard proof. Sure, Sennacherib wrote about Hezekiah. Hezekiah wrote about Sennacherib. So it is likely those people existed. Is there any hard proof other than the writings of these people existing? No, we have none. In the same way, there is no proof of Jesus. That the miracle wonder maker, Son of God, Jesus of the Bible, never existed. Other people claiming to be the Messiah with the common name Yahshua, sure. But the Jesus of the Bible never existed. Mary never existed. Mary Magdalene never existed. There's no proof of any of their existence. And for people around the world to hang their life on the belief of something that you cannot prove, the belief of somebody who may not have existed in the format by which you believe they existed. To live your life based on that is foolishness. Why would you live your life based on a fairy tale? That would be me basing my life on Cinderella and trying to be the prince. And I'm going to live that life based on what the prince did. To find that one lady that I fell in love with the first moment I saw her and danced a little dance, and then she ran off and left one slipper. And now I'm going to go out throughout the kingdom of San Antonio, Texas, trying to find the one who will fit perfectly into that size 7 or 8. I don't know if she had big feet or not. But find that one. I'm going to base my life on the romance of the prince in the movies, in the story Cinderella. Yeah, that's about how foolish it sounds. Where's your proof? Show me proof. Where do your proof come from? And if you say Run Wyatt, I will ignore anything that you say that is relatable to Run Wyatt. Anything else, show me your proof. If you say Tacitus, I will ignore anything concerning Tacitus, because if you accept Tacitus, you have to accept that since Tacitus wrote about Serapis healing a lame man and a blind man, then you have to believe in Serapis as well. So show me your proof. Can't call Pliny. He talked about the fact that people believed in Christianity, so that doesn't prove Jesus. Show me your proof. You actually have zero proof of anybody living at the time frame of Jesus, or any archaeological proof of Jesus existing, of Abraham, of Isaac, Jacob. You should have Joseph, but you have none. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.